Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Welcome to the cabin. I love days like this because I love the sales we had and I love the topic that we're going to talk about today. I want to get your input on it. It's about the future of reselling. Where do you see it in 2023? Where do you see it going beyond? Is this a dying industry? Is this an industry that's just beginning? I want to talk about all of those things and I want to talk about some cool sales. Let's take a look. Now, in spite of your feelings out there, and I know there are a lot of mixed feelings out there about the future of reselling, people tend to look right there in front of their noses instead of long term, but this is the kind of sale that makes you feel good about the future of reselling because it's one of those items that, you know, you just can't get anymore, and there's only one place you're going to get it, right? One of these online platforms, and this is a pretty cool one, and it's so obviously Martin Luther King Jr. holiday here was just a little while ago. And this one right here, this is really cool. I could really look into this one. It's got the Orthodox Church here. Greek Orthodox, I'm assuming. That is definitely a Greek name. And historic turning point with the Negroes cause, Martin Luther King Jr. 1965, 35 cents. Really, really cool. Right there. In pretty darn good condition as well. I'll try not to put on my history teacher hat right here and talk about MLK, and whenever I did that I used to talk about Gandhi as well. A lot of similarities, but we're going to pass on that for right now and just say this is a pretty cool sale. $30 plus shipping. Now you have to forgive if you hear Turner out there. Turner's out there playing with Wallen, playing with the dog. It's a nice day today. So there you go. You're running out there right there. I'm not going to show you out the window though because it's really dirty. I got to clean it. But you might hear him out there, which is okay. So this is another, now this is a really small sale, under $7, free ship. Really light though, first class. There he goes again. But this is the kind of thing, you know, you're just not going to walk into a store and find a Video 8 metal MP cassette tape. You're just not going to find it. So I'm not making much money on it, but you know, I got to make something on it because not very many of them out there. But I'll take that one. I don't know what it, under $7 for that one. Free ship. I had to take a second and peek out the window and watch it. You know, a boy and his dog playing. Near and dear to my heart. It's so cute. Anyway, here we go. This one went to Nick, went to a viewer. He said it's a cool item. Just wanted to thank us. I'm not going to be able to find it now that I got it. For, well, I might have to dig it out. I think it's one of these. It's not that one. It's one of these Zippos here, and I think it had a case on it. So I'm going to dig it out and show it to you in a second. There, I found it. It was in Matt Part-Time Picker's drawer. This one is pretty cool. Solid brass, United States Congress Zippo lighter. And I decided to put this one on auction because there was none out there. Made in the USA. And I think it turned out to be a pretty good move, I think. $76 plus shipping for that one. That one is an awesome sale. Like I said, it went to Nick, and he just wanted to give us a thank you for helping him out reselling. So, Nick, thank you. Cheers to you as well. And that's a pretty cool lighter. I bet you if you put that thing on Buy It Now for like $125 and just sat there, eventually somebody would grab it because I didn't see any others like it out there on eBay. We're going to do two more items really quick, and then these are also to viewers, and then we're going to talk about our topic. But these right here actually kind of tie into the point a little bit. They're out the door for a total of $13.99 plus shipping. I can get the right ones here. And it's the Gertie ET pen. And there it is right there. It's the Gertie Drew Barrymore pen. And it is the ET and Drag pen. There it is. My favorite. $13.99 total plus shipping. Headed out the door. And this is the kind of thing, again, where are you going to get vintage? You're just not going to find this stuff. However, I will say that, you know, you do see these stores, and this is kind of a threat, sort of ish, but they're usually trailing the trends. They're not necessarily in front of them. You see the trends first in resale, and this kind of stuff could be remade, right? You know, 25th anniversary, 40th anniversary, I think in this case, what it would be. And, you know, you see the retro t-shirts and stuff like that, and those cut into the market a little bit. But if you want true vintage stuff, No, you can only get it one place. Buying these for my wife, Dawn, for Valentine's Day, since she loves ET and I'm helping her build her ET collection. Very cool. Dallas Flippin' on IG and on YouTube. DASCCOL on eBay. There you go. Thank you. We appreciate it. Kevin, you have some of the best reseller content on YouTube. Some of? Who's got better? No, I'm kidding. There's a lot of great folks out there, and I love to watch most of them. Let's talk the future of reselling for just a second. And in regards to watching other people's content, what got me thinking about this, well, I'm always thinking about it, but recently was something I saw from Pure Hustle Podcast, which is a reselling podcast that actually talks about reselling as opposed to the Trash Cash podcast. And those guys are great. But I saw it on their Instagram, and I'm sure they have videos about it as well. And it was talking about 2008 and the downturn in the economy in 2008 and what happened to secondhand sellers to resellers back then was an increase in market share, essentially. I think the increase was 11%, 13% over 2 years, 2008, 2009. I think that's right. Which might not sound like a tremendous amount, but let's face it, when you're in a recessionary economy like we were back then, when everything is standing still or going backwards, any increase is amazing, and to have increases that large is really amazing. So this isn't really about a specific possible negative economy right now, a downturn in the economy, and there are mixed signs everywhere. It's hard to put your thumb on just about anything. You know, if you look at egg prices and you want to say, well, reselling is dead because eggs cost $10 a dozen. You know, some people are looking for the dramatic, right? They're looking for things to be upset about. That's not what this video is about at all. I'm actually bullish in the short term and very bullish in the long term for reselling, unless, and I do think there are a couple of threats out there, and we've talked about them before. We're not going to talk about them today, but, you know, government getting into bed with, you know, big retailers and stuff like that to protect their interest in economic downturns. Those are the kind of things that scare me a little bit. You know, retailers themselves getting on the bandwagon as retail resellers. And, you know, that's like, I don't think I like that much. You know, I think Ryan Roots the other day on our podcast said, you know, one of the biggest threats is people, you know, thrift stores and stuff sifting through it better and reselling. And there are certainly threats. Right now, I don't see sourcing as one of them. You know, it may become that way, I suppose, but I don't see that. This video, this topic today is really about long-term, what's going to go on with the reselling industry. And in my opinion, you know, short-term, if things go bad, when in down economies, you know, reselling doesn't seem to be hurt that bad. Matter of fact, it sometimes can see increases. Now, when people have less money to spend, they're going to spend less of it. However, there are still things that people need, and people still spend money. And a lot of times, secondhand, if you can shave off 20, 30, 40% off of an item, getting it secondhand and getting it delivered to you, that's a big plus. Clothing reselling is going up, up, up. Some of the suggestions, if you just type it in, might say that reselling is going to double in the next X amount of years. And by the way, I think that while that is probably true, a large portion of that is going to be in the clothing and shoe area. And I do think, and we haven't seen much of it, but we have seen some of it, and I'm curious if you guys see it out there. Some of these big, just imagine this. Imagine Levi's taking old jeans and reselling them in a retail format, you know, as if they were selling new jeans. I know that seems odd, but, you know, I can certainly see that kind of thing popping up around just for fashion reasons, for, you know, trendy kind of type stuff. And you're going to see that kind of thing as well, and it's going to be tied to sustainability and all those things. But it's really going to be marketing, and it's going to be about making more money, which, you know, I mean, that's kind of how things are. So to me, those are kind of the micro trends. Economic downturn, people are trying to be thrifty, getting used tools, getting things that are used to make repairs, getting things that they really want, but they don't want to pay full price. You know, if things are depressing, you know, what maybe makes them happy is going back to their childhood, and they're going to grab that Orco up there. I don't know. Those are micro trends, but the macro trend is trending in our favor. I mean, let's face it, y'all. Most people like to stay home and they like to shop. Well, I'm not saying most people like to stay home, but a lot more people like to stay home and shop. I mean, they're on that phone constantly. You know, me and you, we're all on that phone constantly. Let's face it. I mean, it used to be, you know, the older generations would look down and, oh, y'all are always on those phones and whatever. They're always on those phones. My parents, my wife's parents, they're always on those phones. My wife's mother did almost all of her Christmas shopping on her phone. Almost all of it. And, you know, she's, you know, older than me, of course. And so that is the overarching trend going forward. And it's just a matter of, can we get our eyes, can we get more eyes on our products as resellers in this type of a format, in an eBay type of a format? Now, I could talk all day about this topic, so I'm going to try to pull some orders and keep talking about it as we pull certain orders. So here's an example right here. This is a Zenith DVD VCR combo. And Zenith's not a great name, I got to tell you. And this particular model, it's pretty heavy and all that, you know. It's not the best seller in the world. And I priced it over the comps, and it's sold. And the reason it's sold over the comps is because I put in the title, tested working. I don't even know if I put guaranteed. And then, you know, people go and they look at your feedback and they look at how many items you sold, and they trust you, right? And so online selling is becoming more trusted, and people are becoming more savvy. And this is a great example of it right here. Didn't sell for much, $39 plus shipping. But you know what? I'll take it. I think I'm probably into it for just $1 or $2. Another item, you know, you just can't go out to a thrift store and find this. You're going to have to grab it. And that's another thing. Thrift stores getting expensive is rough, but at the same time, people know they can't go out and find the stuff they used to find. They got to go get it online. This Foreigner album sold for $10.50 plus shipping. And it sold to a viewer, Kevin. And Kevin, no, you haven't bought from us before. There's a lot of Kevins that buy from us, so had to say that, my namesake. Really enjoy watching your YouTube channels. You have great content. I look forward to your new episodes. Hope your Christmas and New Year's were wonderful, Kevin. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy that album. Next one is a vintage Jack Nicholson's The Shining, if you remember that movie. It's a freaky movie. Plush, Meanies plush. And it didn't sell for much. It only sold for $6 plus shipping, but we got this from the 127 sale. Look at that. And I don't remember what I paid for it. We're making a little bit of money. But this is another example here, because this sold to a viewer. And of course, we do a certain amount of marketing on this channel. The channel is marketing. I mean, let's face it, right? Everything is in the view of who's watching, and, you know, anyway, you get the point. And I think that's a major player here in the future of online reselling, is we're going to start to compete for those buyers. And eBay has the capital to do that, but do they have the wisdom to do it in the right way? That's the question. So that one right there, $6 plus shipping. I had to come out to the Supply Hut for a second, because the next two items that sold, they're very relevant to the topic at hand today. Again, another item that you just can't find anywhere. And if you want to get it, you got to go. You know, this is the kind of item that you think, oh, I got to go to eBay. eBay will have this. And that's what's awesome about eBay. And, you know, I know a lot of folks complain about all the cheap stuff from China and whatever. But you know what? If there's also other types of items other than just vintage and stuff that brings people in and gets people used to a site, then it benefits all of us sellers on whatever site, whether it's eBay, Mercari, whatever it is. But these two down here, I'm going to put up pictures. I suppose it'll be easier because they're already wrapped in here. These Corelle dishes and plates. There's cups, all kinds of stuff. You might remember me picking that up at a sale not too long ago. I paid $5 for the whole box. And I don't really, well, you're looking at the numbers. You'll see the numbers, what they sold for. But, you know, people are nostalgic. They want to relive the past. It's where the word romantic comes from, right? People used to look back in the dark ages, you know, as things were going downhill, and be romantic about how wonderful things were in the Roman Empire. They never really were that wonderful, of course. We just tend to look back and think that they always are. And so that being human nature, that's why I love selling this stuff. So even when things go bad, people like to look back. You know, reselling's not dead. It's nowhere close to it. It's getting better and better. I know there's a lot of people out there who are going to disagree. You know what? Disagree. There's a lot of people who are going to quit reselling because they're just that type of a person. Woe is me, you know, Eeyore type stuff. You know, if you have all your ducks in a row, you know, that's why I talk about my reseller Genie. Well, I talk about it for many reasons, including the fact that I get a kickback if you sign up using code Commonwealth, all caps. But in all honesty, if you have all your stuff straight, when people quit, when the bar gets higher to resell, when economic downturns go, all the people who have the negative mindset, when they fall off, it's going to benefit all of us who are positive in nature, who take care of what we need to take care of. And we're going to be, you know, the beneficiaries of a windfall if reselling does double, like I've seen some headlines. By 2026, reselling is going to double. Well, do you think resellers are going to double? I doubt it, not with all the new requirements. See, I could talk about it forever, but before I do, I wanted to show you this. On the Garage Sale Nation channel, a lot of people asked about that flat lay. So we did a video in here about the flat lay and how we do it. And Reagan took a bunch of pictures and she's been working hard. So it is over there on the Garage Sale Nation channel if you want to check it out. Another viewer sale. Lydia bought the Felix and the Cat salt and pepper shakers. Those are pretty cool. She asked for some bubble bucks to be thrown in. So there's some bubble bucks. And when we sell anything to a viewer, we try to get the business card, the stickers in there, and lately we've been throwing this in as well. There you go. Just in case, you know. You never know. Thanks so much, Lydia. Sold the G.I. Joe windsurfer board, and I think we're finally to the point where I'm going to combine those two. I don't think it'd be too hard to find stuff. That windsurfer board is kind of cool, actually. So for 20 bucks plus shipping, add that to our total. $16 profit after fees, after shipping, $2,451 so far. I just want to point out that when Reagan comes in to do a video, there's a herd that always follows.
Hey, Wallet.
We're going to chase the chicken away. The poor chicken. Oh my goodness. Be nice to that chicken.
Chicken's just a really... Chicken...
You better go save that chicken. All right, y'all. Chicken is safe. Reagan's just going to read names off today. We've had so many sales, and we're trying to divvy them up. So we apologize if you've written a shout-out or something. We didn't write those down, although we have read all of them, and some of them are very kind. So thank you. All right, go for it. We're not even going to tell you what sold. A lot of them were those stickers that we're still sending out, but there's a bunch that aren't. So thank y'all very much. What do you got?
John, Bobby, Lynn, Annette, Tina, Jenny, Shane, William, Ronnie, Lori, Phil, and Rodney.
That's a few, and we got just as many for the next video. Thank you, and thank you for your hard work, Reagan. I appreciate it. We're going to try to do these stickers in the future. We're going to try and keep them at $5, just so I don't go broke, because, you know, I got to pay Jess B. Chatting for the design, and then the sticker, and then the shipping, and then I got to pay Reagan's money, and then I got to, what else? Oh, then we give the $1 to charity, and so $5. I'm basically breaking even, but you're making some money, and they're really cool. I'm making a little bit of money. You're making more than me though. Anyway, thank you, Reagan.
Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Turner's in a hurry today, y'all. Nope, that one's a gift to me. Turner's in a hurry today because we're about ready to go do something. What are we gonna go do?
Bowling.
Bowling. Who do you think's gonna win? Me, Mama, Reagan?
Mom.
Is Bubba coming?
I know.
No, he's not coming.
He's working.
He's working.
Can't hold all this.
Oh, you don't have to. All right, so Indiana Jones, and you know Indiana Jones because I make you watch those movies on VHS, and you probably don't like them because they're on VHS. Do you like Indiana Jones? He's all right.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's like me. I love it. It's just nostalgic, and he's a history guy, and you just gotta love it. Anyway, that sold along with these, and I don't think it's to a viewer actually. I think, but you know, I'm gonna look at a name and just give a thank you anyways to Timothy. And it might be a viewer. I saw no message. It's not a repeat buyer, but you never know. What are those two?
Oh, this is Masters of the Universe. I have no idea who
He-Man.
his name is.
Yeah, Failure is a dad.
And another He-Man.
And Skeletor. That's right. Man, we should watch these. That's one I think you might like. That and Thundercats. Anyway, your mama bought these.
Thundercats? What the heck is Thundercats?
Thundercats, yeah, that's a good one too. Mumra. I got scared when I was really little. Anyway, That's, well, I don't want to get into it. We're going to watch some He-Man. We'll tell the viewers if you like it or not. $31.34 plus shipping. I don't remember the exact cost, but they were definitely on deep discounts. So we're going to make a little money for sure, and they're probably still going to stay first class. We'll put them in the 10x7x5 box. So thank you, Turner, and it's definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1. Bye.
Way down here in the old school picker drawer, we have one more sale, and it's an old Sony remote for speaker remote. That's pretty cheap, $9.50 for that, free ship. And, you know, probably came in a giant lot. It's worth selling, I think, anyways. And I think that's it for here. Unless Blue Jamal finds something that I was supposed to talk about that I didn't talk about, which happens from time to time. All right, this is priceless stuff right here. What are you doing? Bad puppy. It's hard to be mad at a puppy. What do you think of this, babe? So I complained that I didn't have my Roseanne blanket, Granny Square blanket, over the back of that chair, and somebody sent one to me.
Aww.
Isn't that sweet?
I think people are way too nice.
I'm sure you do.
Why?
Very kind message, thank you. And yes, I did miss it. In the landscape industry for 30 years. I started reselling this past June. Learned so much from watching your channels along with others. Bearded Thrift Machine, Reseller Information Network. My goal is to go full-time with my oldest son at the end of the year. Riley's Resale eBay store. Thank you. Oh, when are we going to get the totes back? That's a great question. I actually have 2 or 3 down there that we're going to do auctions at Christmas, and I forgot. So maybe this spring we'll get some new totes in, but let me tell you, they go quick. So when they get here, don't wait around. Thank you. I'll tell you what, I should make sure you get one. I'll tell you what, if you don't get one in the spring, you send me a message and we'll make sure we'll say one for you, for your kindness. Thank you. Really nice one as well. This one is cool. And now what, can I not sell it? Because it's a gift. I kind of want it over there, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep it for a while for sure. Maybe I'll find another one and then we'll list it. But that is a really, really nice one. I appreciate it. This actually just sold. It'll be on the next show. Sold some Mary Kay. And this is, I don't know what it is, pink. Something nail polish. It sold for $6 plus shipping. Wallen's in here. How you doing, bud? Actually, it was $5 plus shipping. And hello, we are viewers of the YouTube channel. They're moving to West Virginia, and they wanted to know if I ever sourced up there to see what they're getting themselves into. I've never been up to West Virginia to source. Although Chernock's Connection is up there, and you know, there are a few resellers that I'm aware of that are up there. I think it's probably okay. It's different, I think, but okay. That's my guess. So, at any rate, and that is Totally Todd's. That's the store name. Awesome. Thank you all very, very much. I appreciate it. Sorry I couldn't give you more info. And me and Wallen here sold a Redskins hoodie. And that one right there, I remember buying this at a sale quite a while ago. Finally got listed. $28.50 plus shipping. Not all Redskins stuff is good because it's got the old logo. That's just not the case. Hate to say it, but you know what? It's a quality sweatshirt, and it's sold for a quality sweatshirt price. Sometimes with these videos, I don't know where I'm ending them, but I'm going to say goodbye from in here. Thank you all very, very much for joining us, for using those links for everything you do. You want to say goodbye? No? Are you tired? I can't wait to see you next time.